What's going on, everyone? Evan here from Battlehawk Armory, and today we are joined by
Jordan.
So we are out at the range today. It is another chilly Iowa winter day. We have a really cool suppressor that we just got in, something that's a little bit newer to the market that we're really excited about, which is this Thunderbeast Magnus-S-RR. So really long name, but basically what this is a slightly shorter Thunderbeast Magnus in .30 caliber. Race ready means that we have a compensator or an e-brake up front. We have Federal 7.62 by 51, so 308, 150 grain, just kind of as a control. So what do you have, Jordan?
I have a FDE Stag 10 with a Burris XTRIII.
I think the plan for today is I'll shoot 2 groups with the Stag. You'll do the same thing and then shoot those same groups again with the Thunderbeast. And we'll just kind of take it from there.
Sounds good.
Let's dive in. I'm moving over to the Stag with the Burris on top. Got some mags loaded up with some Federal Garmin's live, so we'll see what these groups look like and how this barrel is doing. That's a good start with the Stag, and here goes group 2. Two groups down with the Stag. Take a look at our group here. Standard deviation of 49.8. Extreme spread again, 147.2. So ammo's not necessarily the most consistent, but we're still printing some pretty decent groups downrange. I'll go ahead and hand this off to Jordan, and then we'll go ahead and mount the Thunderbeast on the Stag.
That was pretty good. First group, I threw the 3rd round. It's actually 2 pretty good groups out of the Stag.
We have the Thunderbeast Magnus-S-RR mounted up to our Stag 10. So we'll go ahead and fire this Garmin up and go ahead and shoot some groups here. Well, that's very interesting. So looks like, just due to the longer, thicker barrel on this Stag, doesn't seem like we needed any corrections. So we'll shoot another group here and see how this does. All right, those are 2 really good groups. Let's see how the can did as far as velocity goes. All right, so 6 shots with the Stag with the Thunderbeast Magnus and this Federal ammunition. 26.15 is the average, standard deviation of 16.9. So once again, our standard deviation shrunk pretty significantly. Comparing that versus unsuppressed, 26.28 didn't really see any sort of a velocity jump, but our standard deviation went from 49.8 to 16. So multiples lower of our standard deviation, and just printed 2 really good groups downrange with the Stag and the Thunderbeast Magnus. So we'll go ahead, top these mags back off, hand her off to Jordan, and see what Jordan thinks.
Jordan here with the Stag and the T-back mounted on the front. We're going to shoot those groups, see how she runs. All right, a little bit of spread on that first group. That is probably me. That is a much better group. It was definitely me. It looks pretty good.
All right, so we're all done shooting for the day. So kind of some thoughts from what we experienced. What were your impressions shooting unsuppressed? What'd you kind of see?
Mostly it was about trigger feel at that point for me. Because what I found is my own fault is that I end up anticipating and also flinching when taking shots, especially with something like a 308. The mil-spec trigger, I know when it's going to break, and I anticipate and drop a shot, something like that.
Yeah, definitely as far as anticipation goes, I think that shooting under this awning with those big monstrous breaks, that definitely did not help with anticipation, especially for you as someone who knows that you anticipate that break can definitely kind of get to you. So decent groups, especially considering what we saw as far as the ammo goes, wasn't very consistent. Once we settled in, we printed some really good groups. But across the board, first of all, with the suppressor installed, I would say anticipation was significantly reduced. Agreed? Awesome. So second of all, ammo became more consistent. Even just this Federal M80 ball ammo went from 40 feet per second standard deviation to under 20, which I did not anticipate, but was extremely impressive. So suppressor sounds great. The e-brake up front definitely helps to reduce recoil. Seems like kind of a no-brainer.
Agreed.
And who knows, we may revisit this idea down the road. We may try some different calibers with this Magnus and or the Magnus-S and or our full-size Magnus. We may try it with some match-grade ammo depending on what we can get our hands on. But I think this was a pretty good first start, pretty good proof of concept that not only do suppressors help when shooting precision games, not only can they help reduce flinching, but also increase accuracy. And even with just kind of run-of-the-mill ball ammo, we were definitely able to see some gains just in adding a suppressor. So let us know what you kind of think, what you would like to see us try next, and we will definitely probably revisit this here maybe on a little bit warmer day.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So suppressor is outstanding. Thunderbeast Magnus-S-RR. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you all soon.